What's going on, fight fans? So I don't know if you guys remembered, but a while back we were talking about a boxing video game that had super deep mechanics. It was 3D boxing online, and the developer named Mikkel, where you could communicate with him on the Discord, told us that he was working on a new boxing game, and he was going to expand it or bring what he did to the new generation, because that game was super old, very old, probably older than even Fight Night Champions, I believe. So he started working on it, and now his tech demo is available to play. You guys can play it right now as well, and we're gonna dive into it. We're gonna look at it. I'm gonna talk about things that I like, things that I don't like, and yeah, let's just dive into it. Let's see what this is all about. I've actually been highly anticipating this. All right, so as you can see, this is the home screen here. Now, these are one of the games where it's still being fleshed out, so there's a combination between your controller and the keyboard, but what I love is that it's embedded with controller usage, as opposed to the other one where we had to do the workaround and map everything to the controls. If you play 3D boxing online, everything is kind of already embedded here, and we're gonna look at the interesting control scheme that he set up. I'm gonna click heavy bag because shadow boxing is just being in the ring and throwing punches, but let's look at heavy bag. First thing that's incredibly apparent is the graphics is way better. It's like a improved version of what he already had, right? I also love the sound of the punches. I love that sound with the you know what I'm saying? I love that sound right there that comes out, right? A few things that is very different is his usage of this bumper right here, right? So if I press this button, but then I press this bumper, you see what's happening here? It switches this button. So holding this bumper switches everything to your right punches. Releasing the bumper keeps everything on your left. So this is a jab, this is a hook, this is an uppercut. But this does nothing so far. But to do a uppercut with the other hand, you would have to switch by pressing this. Now, one thing that it kind of does, which is kind of weird, and also I also changed the keyboard movement because for some reason he had D-pad to move the character, but it's not working in this tech demo. So I had everything switched here because he had it set up as number pad, and you can switch everything. If you go to this screen here, you go to controls, you can go to keyboard, and you can add key, remove key, and switch things around. This is the gamepad stuff here, and the camera, you can get a top view if you like. Don't really like this view, but side camera is beautiful. So yeah, I switched some stuff around because he had everything as number pad, and my keyboard has no number pad. I have a gaming keyboard, but it doesn't have number pad. So what I did was I switched it to the original WASD that normally is used, and let's see if it, nope, looks like it got stuck, unless, let me see, hold on. Yeah, tech demo stuff, man, it's always gonna be like this. Oh, it looked like it removed everything. So let me just go ahead. Let's just snap back. Okay, so let me, oh no, it's just stuck. It's just stuck. Okay, let me see if I can leave game, come back in. There we go, okay. All right, so this is how you move in this game so far, right? One thing that I will notice is the fact that, see, you can't really walk and move. I mean, you can't really walk and punch, but and it gets stuck. All right, let's leave game, get back in. All right, I've noticed that he doesn't fall so far back now when you're walking, and I think he created this to kind of thwart a lot of this. Let's be honest, the cheese that was happening in 3D boxing online, where people would just walk, walk leaning back. You know what I'm saying? You can't really walk leaning back. It actually gets stuck. Again, if you even try it, let me camera, leave game, come back in. All right. So yeah, to thwart all that stuff, I think he wants to keep people away from doing kind of cheesy moves and see if he could get people to actually just full-blown box in the game. So one thing that's apparent is the combinations. You would probably think to yourself, oh, no, there's no way I could do fast combinations because I have to press this button. And then this, oh, by the way, this is to bob and weave, and this is to block. And you can block and punch. So you can block, punch, go to the body by leaning down, go to the head, lean back, body, lean down, right? So he probably, wanted to stop. Oh my goodness. Leave, go back. All right, so I'm gonna go close to the bag. One thing you could do, right, is actually tap it, and it oscillates between the two, right? Just tapping it. Even you could even essentially shoe shine. Let me move back real quick. From here, you could basically shoe shine, right? Because if you go for the uppercut, right, but then you oscillate, you could essentially shoe shine with your fighter, right? Right there, you just shoe shine it super fast. We move up. Oh man, as soon as you throw any punches, it just ruins the movement. All right, here we go. So if you just literally oscillate between the two, like this is how you throw quick combos. Look at that. That is very fast. This is incredibly fast. But it's literally just by oscillating this button right here, by pressing it, by tapping it, and it switches. One thing that I did find cool is how he holds his elbow out, right? You can move also holding the elbow out. And if I switch, see that? So if depending on how the physics would work, and we know from the first game that physics was everything, can I keep my opponent or push my opponent a little bit? Or if they're trying to come in, because you remember you could kind of get grabbed up in the first one. Can I keep my opponent back with this arm right here, right? And then because you could just boom, switch, get him with like a nice uppercut, or even turn this uppercut into a hook. Turn this hook into an uppercut simply by leaning. Because if I lean, he'll throw the hook sideways, but because I'm leaning, it'll come out as an uppercut. So kind of hold my opponent back with my elbow, and then bam, bam, right? I'm hoping that you could do stuff like that. But now if I hold it out here, let's see if I could hold it out. So I hold it out. Don't know if it's really affecting. Let's see, hold it out. It's gonna be a difficult thing. We're gonna need to see if it works when we're actually playing. It looks like he kind of pushes it, but he's not. The bag is just not getting there. But this will be good right here. So this is the head movement. What I requested to him was to make head movement at least this, or keep it here if you want to be able to head move and punch, since you can't really walk and punch anyways. Keep it here, but have this at least be walk. So that when you're walking, you walk with this, and you move your head with this. And then since you can't walk and punch anyways, you take your hand off of the walk, you throw some punches. Throw some punches. You just gotta get used to oscillating with the top button. Throw some punches, then start walking again. Start walking, and keep this to move your head, only because it'll keep you, being able to move your head and punching. You can still do the things you did before. Hold this out. You oscillate. Bam, bam, bam. Hold that out. Bam. Look at that body shot. Bam, body shot. Bam, headshot, headshot. Literally just by leaning. Boom, headshot. So it's all physics based. Body shot, headshot by leaning. Miss shot by leaving it the same. Boom, lean quick. Boom. That's what I used to do in his game. I used to hold this hand out, and then I would just come in. Boom. Hold this hand out, and then boom, come in. Hold this out. Boom, come in. I would normally come in with a hook, but you can still do that. Just gotta be fast to throw it. But it doesn't even look like it has that much reach. So it probably makes more sense to just get him with this and lean into it to kind of turn it into a hook by leaning. And then if you want to go for the body, boom, So you kind of, it depends on how the physics is going to work. So if you're holding the arm or you're making, like, creating offensive traffic, you could just probably get a good angle and bang, hit to the body and then start moving around. But yeah, this is the tech demo. It's out right now. I will put the link down in the description if you guys want to play with it. He is putting out a new tech demo where it allows you to walk with the control, and you can remap the control buttons. He's gonna let you do that, so you basically can control or create the buttons that you want. When he lets you remap it, he's gonna allow you to remap controls, not just keyboard. But he's also gonna fix it so that you could walk. Because right now he has it as D-pad walking, which I think is actually horrific. No offense, Mikkel, but you gotta, one of the analogs gotta be walking. I understand that you need to move your head and punch. So since that makes sense, just have walking be this, move your head be this, and that's it. You could guard and punch, just like the old times. This is just like more. I can't wait. I definitely would love for him to eventually put skins. We have talked about that he wants to put human skins on this and let you customize certain things at a generic level. Maybe change the color of your trunks, the color of your gloves and stuff like that, which is cool. It's fine. I still like this, how it looks like right now, as long as the mechanics feel good and the boxing, when you're boxing against somebody, feels good. And that's what it feels like in 3D Boxing Online. But 3D Boxing Online had a lot of cheese, unfortunately, that I kind of didn't want to be in there dealing with, especially with these guys that's been doing it for a long time. So what my thing is if he removes that, which it looks like he's going the route of removing that based off of how the physics is working right now, then this could be actually a really fun game. If it comes out on Steam, which is what he's working on doing, then it'll be very accessible and a lot of people will be able to play it. But this is pretty good. So far, so good. Graphics look like, you know, he took his game and brought it into the 21st century, essentially. I really enjoy this, and I'm hoping that we get a little bit more from him. I would love a demo where we could play against the CPU. I mean, if you could get that done, whoo, that'd be amazing. But I think at that point, it's basically like we got the whole game already. But if this is working, I think there's not much left for the game to be done. You could probably get everything else working because he basically got the physics down and all that stuff. But I love how you see how you got the he got the guard and the blocking, and you could guard and hold the hand down and bam, bam, boom, and you could switch guards, so you can always keep your hand up. You can be smart the whole time, always keeping your guard up, always keeping your hand up instead of dropping your hand. See how you could drop your hand, but you could actually be defensively responsible by keeping your hand up the whole time, and only skilled fighters will be able to do this. I'm wondering if he's gonna have the Philly shell like he did before. I remember I could shoulder roll and catch and shoot. I'm hoping he's gonna have all those things in there, and I like it. The body looks bigger and more like bulkier, which makes you, I don't know, it just feels better. It feels much better. Like, it looks much better and it definitely feels much better. All right, so this is the tech demo. Link down in the description box below. Let me know what you guys think. I know a lot of people are like, no, if it's not good graphics and if it doesn't look like humans, I don't even care. There's no way it can be good because I can't see past the graphics. But then at the same time, I could hypocritically judge ESBC and be like, it's all graphics. Gameplay is trash. It's like, pick one, bro. Pick one. Pick one. Do you like the gameplay or do you like the graphics? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I digress. This game looks like it's moving in a good direction. I can't wait. Just let us go into the ring. Let me show you how it looks. You know, if you go into the ring, shadow box, my man's in the ring here. This is the walking. Walking, you can't walk. Can't walk and, you know what I'm saying, you can't walk and punch. So it looks like you're gonna be walking, you're gonna get to a certain spot and then you're gonna punch. So there's no lunging punches or anything like that. It's a little bit more basic than that. I don't know how I just pivoted. It looks like there's a pivoting. I literally just did a pivot. I don't know how I did it though. I don't know how I did it, but that is kind of cool if we could figure that out. And you best believe I'm gonna figure out how to pivot. If it could be done once, it could be done over and over again. So I'm gonna pivot, try to figure out how to just pivot just like that and keep doing that so I could get an advantage over my opponents. But I love this. I love how you can be defensively responsible the whole time if you want, or be not if you want. I'm hoping that he uses the D-pads like I use the D-pads to be able to switch to different stance and stuff. I think that was one of the key elements that made his game so good, is that I could just change stance and fight in a different way every time. Hands down, Philly shell, you know, hands up, like kind of how he has it here. The guard and all that stuff. I could guard. You could protect your head. You can protect the middle of your head. You can protect the sides, depending on if they're throwing straight punches or hooks. It's a good game. It's a good game. I like the core elements of it a lot. So let me know what you guys think. Like I said, in the description down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Keep up the good work, Mikkel. Can't wait for a CPU versus CPU demo. All right, guys. Peace out.